Welcome back, sprinters. Today we talk Mercado Libre. Is it a buy? Can it go 5x from here? What's the use case? What's the profitability? What's the strategic advantage? What are the risks? And is it the right time to buy? Yes or no? Did I buy it for my portfolio? All of these questions in the next 10 minutes. Let's go, everyone. Let's go. So my framework is I always start with the use case. When we do fundamental analysis, what is it for and who is it for? So a typical client is Wagner Diaz and Mariana using Mercado Libre to scale their children's clothing business. So they used the Mercado Libre marketplace as their primary sales channel, and they leveraged Mercado Crédito's data-driven lending to secure business financing for the business without all the complicated stuff that you do with a Latin American bank, because they are, another 5 years behind normal global banks. Targeted business expansion by using payments and logistics. So if you have a plug-and-play ready solution for payments and logistics, of course, that makes you faster as an entrepreneur. And the results were 40% sales growth in 6 months, pretty impressive. 30,000 credit received easily, 11,000 in initial loan to purchase inventory, and directly, of course, contributing to that sales part, and easier business operation. So this is who it is for, and this is what it does. Without this, you should move on. If it's too complicated, if after 10 minutes of research, you still not get who the typical customer is and why they use it, then they're out of our list. You don't need to continue the research. It's too complicated. Move on. ROIC. We want to have at least 15% in profitability. So is Mercado Libre more profitable than 15% over years? And it's incredibly profitable. Is at 27%, guys, and it can keep it up. This is why it passed our extremely strict screening process, because it's a machine. 27% ROIC is incredible, guys. We are talking here one of the top 20 companies on the planet according to our quality criteria. So maybe even top 10, I would say. And you will see if it's in my top 13, because I own 13 companies and I might own them. So the trend is flat, which is good, because we want it to be many years, ideally decades, over 15% and be able to keep that up. So it's at 27, it's able to keep it up, and it's flat, which is fine. We just need 15%. So it's amazing. It's pretty amazing. If you are in the Sprint Club, you knew our entry point at the best time, and you would be up 30 to 40% right now. So make sure you join the Sprint Club. It's strategysprints.com. Join us for free. Let's look at growth. We want profitability and we want growth both above 15% in a sustainable fashion. Now, it's hard to keep growing 15% over many years and decades, over many years and possibly 1 or 2 decades, because it's hard. There is competition. But first of all, we have competitive modes here that you will see in a second. And you see them, you measure those modes, because since 2018, and this is mind-blowing, since 2018, Mercado Libre was able to keep 90% of the time a growth above 20% even. It's right now at 37%. So even if it cools down to 30%, 25%, that's amazing, guys. This is amazing for such a mature company. Moat, we want network effects, at least, if not also loyal clients and IP. We have the strongest mode with network effects because the more buyers, the more sellers. If you plug on top of it now automatic payment and logistics, that's 4 times a win. So it's a full-blown two-sided marketplace, very hard to replicate. You basically have the network effects of Stripe plus the network effects of Amazon, both in one company. Pretty interesting. Loyal customers, yes, they stay because, well, in Latin America, they don't have so much more better options. And also they want to stay because they keep their credit history, they keep the same payment rails. Can be painful to change payment rails if you're a business. They keep the shipping benefits, things something like Prime on Amazon, right? You have already your benefits. And the weaker mode, but still present, is the IP. There are a few patents, but they are weak in technology. IPs don't really, and patents don't really hold. You can surpass them, and nothing happens much. They are not really good to defend. But 98% of the gross merchandise volume happens via proprietary payment rails, and that's interesting. It's the weakest of the 3 modes, but together that made me invest. So I'm telling you already, I did invest. Let's look at the SWOT. Strengths are the network effects mode with 67 million users, 47% gross merchandising volume growth, and integrated ecosystem across 18 countries. And the GMV is the most important metric. It's a North Star metric for this kind of company. Weaknesses, it's heavy in investment, so it needs to invest a lot to keep going. But on the other side, in this case, we prefer capital light, but in this case, that makes actually the moat. This is why it's so hard for everybody else to come in and create that network. On the other side, a weakness is, of course, currency exposure. Then we have opportunities. E-commerce penetration right now in LATAM is only 16%. So this is a huge market to grow. We can do another 70% in there. Credit is an underserved market. And fintech expansion, I mean, the story of Nubank and Mercado Libre is a story of a fintech revolution in Latin America. Threats, of course, Amazon. You're playing against the best player in the market. This is the reason why I didn't invest early on in Mercado Libre. I came in pretty late. And the reason is, I always said, well, why don't I just buy at Amazon first? And I had no answer to that. Second, I would never want to compete against Amazon. Not if I have other options. And that's why, for these reasons, I stayed out of Mercado Libre. Now, I'm glad that I came in because this is a monster company. Better late than sorry. Better late than never, right? So my investment thesis now, pretty late, but I'm in. It's if Amazon and Stripe had a baby, that would be Mercado Libre and Mercado Pago. It's a leading LATAM commerce payments and delivery platform, two-sided across 18 countries right now, and it can expand, obviously, with network effects mode and 47% growth in gross merchandising volume, which is the most important metric for this kind of business. So, did I buy it? Yes. Is it a great buy at this point? Nope. It's fair value, according to my DCF, is in dollars, it's 2030. It's trading today at 2,560. So I wouldn't buy it today, but I told the Sprint Club members exactly when to buy it. And they made a very good entry. So make sure that you're in the Sprint Club. Strategysprints.com. Try it 7 days for free. Meanwhile, I wouldn't enter now, but this is definitely something to keep on your watch list if you're looking for high quality, reliable, mature compounders that have defendable moats. And, when you're in the Sprint Club, you will find also our income portfolio where we generate cash during the month. We did 8%. We did 8% this month and 10% last month from a 150K portfolio, and we're doing it live in front of you. Because in addition to a compounder portfolio, which will make you money in 20 years, you also want to generate cash right now in this month. And that's best done with an income portfolio. Happy to share the income portfolio in the Sprint Club. Have a great day, investors, and keep rolling.